Hello and welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Binkaby and this is some Pauper games with one of my brews. As you can see to the left here, I'm playing a lot of Pauper and I'm brewing all the time with a lot of things. So we have an active Pauper community here where I live, and we're usually around 12 to 16 players every time, so that's pretty fun. And last time one of my friends said, let's have a challenge, just you and me, to build a deck with 4 Heliod's Pilgrim in it to test the card. So we did, and we both went 3-1. I played, here it is, Boros Pilgrim. Just gonna show it real quick here. Like this. There we go. So some enchantments, find it with Pilgrim, some burn, value creatures. So I built it to function as an aggro deck if needed and a control deck if needed. Anyway, I fired a challenge back and said, let's build a deck around the card Swirling Sandstorm. So it does nothing for 4 mana, sorcery speed, unless you have Threshold. Then it does 5 damage to each creature without flying. So naturally I have creatures with flying and without, but he's expendable. And some Thought Scours and stuff to mill down cards in the graveyard to activate Swirling Sandstorm. So I think that one of the hardest things with a deck that tries to win with flyers is that flyers usually is pretty small and you get crushed by ground creatures. They raise you and you just lose. If you play this, you can, there's like 0 creatures that survives this. Not even Fangren Marauder survives it. So it's very strong. Also we have the alternate route of Curse of the Pierced Heart if the game goes long, if we need to use just control. And we'll also have a fair amount of burn. So that's pretty good. Otherwise we have flashback spells in Think Twice, Firebolt, Deep Analysis, just because we are milling so much, and yeah, it gives you additional value. So card draws, counterspells, firebolts and stuff. For the sideboard we have some Relic of Preordain. I'm not sure if anyone will watch this before our tournament tomorrow, where I will be playing this deck, but whatever. I have some relics because I know they will be good. A Swirling Sandstorm number 4, because 3 I think is the sweet spot for the main. And then if you're facing like a green deck, you can bring the 4th in, no problem. 3 Pyroblast, because blue is blue and very popular, and Pyroblast is very good. It's a flexible spell, which is nice. A Flame Slash, Spire Monitors and Mirror Forces and stuff are a thing, and Flame Slash kills them. Electricity also against Delvers, but also against Elves and Stompy and whatever. 2 negates, because the burn matchup is so horrible. I usually play decks that can beat burn, but game 1 I think I can scoop, because I have too many dead cards and I'm not fast enough. I need to draw, if I draw all 4 counter spells and I can curve out on the play with like a curse and or rather an ephemeron, then maybe, but very unlikely. Therefore we also have a Hydroblast, but it's more flexible than the negates, but I could only find one, so I'm going with one. One Dispel also to have some kind of mix. And then 2 Curfews. And why do you have that? Well, it's because it's pretty hard to beat Hexproof with only Sandstorms. So against something like Boggles, I tend to bring in the Sandstorm, the Electricities and the Curfews. Maybe something else, it depends, because then you can kill the first one without an aura, then it takes some time to build up to this, or they could have like an Umbra, but they rarely play more than one creature at a time. So even if they do, you can Sandstorm away everything else and then Curfew, and that should give you enough time to win with a flyer, or at least have some kind of race. So that's basically the deck. There is a small chance that I would change something, like maybe I need a serrated arrow in the board for something, I'm not sure. But anyway, hopefully you will enjoy these videos. I'll bring game 1 right away.